What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. It is the 25th day of March, and here we are sitting at about $0.00237 with roughly 10 hours and 24 minutes left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it, okay? Here we are, back testing prior areas of resistance for support successfully. I would say we had a very good day 2 days ago, moving up 9%. Yesterday we moved down about 6%. Seeing a little bit of volatility here, and that's okay, right? You're probably going to get a little bit of volatility because you were so sideways for so long that now you're going to have people who FOMO, who panic sell, people who bought over here, who wanted to take profits but they didn't, so then they sell at the lows, they sell at the highs, whatever. People who are trying to buy back in at a lower price because they didn't want to FOMO in the top. People who are doing the right thing, blah, blah, blah. There's all types of shapes and sizes that are selling and buying in this area. So a little bit of volatility never hurt anybody. I think that that's to be expected. If we look at this on the 1 hour time frame, things should get a little bit more interesting. You are holding a general area of support here. You did have a moment where you went lower, and actually let's look at this on the Bybit chart, if it'll let me. Let's see right here. Yeah, you basically tried breaking down here, but there was no volume. No real volume to come in and do that. So here you are holding support. Volume did come in when you were moving up. We're pulling back a little bit here, but that's okay. Low to a high. The golden ratio zone is holding as support, and you're actually moving away from there. You look really good. You actually got into this. You're really flirting with death here, and then you found support on it, and now you're making a good move up. This is good looks, guys. This is really good stuff. Overall, a very wonky kind of range, but I think you're getting ready to break out of it. And as I've said, basically from this point and onwards all throughout this zone since then, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a higher high. I really wouldn't be surprised at all if that's what happened. Looking at these indicators, the 1 hour RSI looks bullish here, getting overbought consistently, not getting oversold consistently. Stochastics are overbought, looking good. The MACD is a bit weird, but the price action's weird, so I'm not going to judge that. I mean, it looks bullish, but whatever. Everything else looks bullish too. 4 hour RSI definitely taking a bullish stance, holding support at the 40 consistently throughout this whole time, like basically since the beginning of this month, and at various points even throughout this whole range here. The stochastics definitely look bullish here, and the MACD, you're right at a perfect place to bounce, man. Right here, your oscillator's coming down to the 0 level, perfect area to bounce. Not only that, you don't have bullish divergence, but you can see that you have higher lows in your histogram, which suggests a shift in momentum. And I think you can see that the momentum is shifting. I think you can see it, so good stuff. I wouldn't be surprised at all if you found support here. Let's actually see. No, I don't want to do that. We're going to take this low. Is that the right low to take? Would it be better to take this low? I don't know. I actually don't know how to feel about this. So maybe we won't take that one. Let's measure this one instead. Yeah, golden ratio to the 0.5. Okay, so if you're moving higher, and a target area that we could expect would be somewhere around 003 effectively, just below there, maybe 00297 to 00323, 0032, somewhere around there. We could go higher. It's possible that you're on a path that'll take you higher than this, but again, we stop somewhere around there. If we connect the dots, let's just see. No, it's not that area. I mean, you could move higher. You could come all the way up here. You don't, just because this trend line exists and because you found support here or resistance here, that was back in October. You haven't shown any significance here in a while. You might stop just short of it like this. You might stop right at it just like these. Maybe you go through it and you stop above it, and then you pull back and find support at it instead, and then we continue to run. I mean, anything between 0044 and 00297 is a fair target, technically. I'm leaning more to this 0032, 00297 area, but anything can happen. I think we went over all the 4-hour indicators, so we don't need to do that again. Daily RSI definitely looks bullish here. Stochastics look bullish, bouncing off the 50, and you're crossing up. Yeah, you look good, man. You look really good. The MACD, it's bullish. The one thing that I'm concerned with the MACD is that you've been green for so long. There's no rule that says you have to be green for this amount of time and then cross red. But I mean, how many times do you stay green for this long? You know, that's something to note. You look at these oscillators, right? Lower high, lower high, lower high. It's kind of all connecting here. Might be finding some. I didn't mean to swoop it down. I'm just not good at drawing straight lines on TradingView. On a piece of paper with a pen, I can draw a straight line. It's like lethal how great it is. But with this, no, I can't do it. Maybe up and down. It's easier to do up and down straight lines. But even that's bad. That's pathetic. Let alone going diagonal. Anyways, crossing above the zero is nice. We've done that twice before. It didn't bear any fruit. Let's see if it does this time. We're right at this kind of finicky point where we're either about to see some crazy price action take place, or, in my opinion, more likely, we're just going to get above this high. We're probably going to find resistance somewhere around here. I don't really have anything else to say. Something like that, if this happens, we should see bearish divergence develop on the MACD, bearish divergence on the stochastics, and bearish divergence on the RSI. And if that's the case, we might come back down. Maybe that means that we get a lower low. Maybe that means that we form an overall higher low. I don't know. We'll have to go from there. But I got nothing else to say, so hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.